Hello, everybody. This is Ava with My Brainy Mess. How is everybody? I'm good. Can't complain. I want to make sure y'all see everything on this palette. Thought I had it. There we go. That's better. All right. Well, let's see. I'm kind of moving slow today, so bear with me. We are going to do, I tell you, I'm enjoying the Tamara Laporte's Mastering Mixed Media Expo for 2025. I've been going down through the list as to the different techniques and different teachers and what have you. And I don't know if y'all been on my Facebook, but I've done a couple of things. My last two pieces that I worked on, let's see. I did this one with, I did this online. So y'all saw this one where I did with the ink. I'm going to do a lot more of these. I really enjoyed the ink and it being able to kind of blend in with and help with the coloring and everything. So I did that one. And I did this. It was supposed to have been something. It was supposed to have been something with Melanie Rivers, and I couldn't get the ink to work the way I wanted it to do. So I ended up taking some of Melanie Rivers' concepts with the collage of the face and the hair and then I took the collage and I used these Neo Color 2s and blended in the face and blended in some of the hair and personally I didn't particularly care for the piece. I collaged with some of my collage tissues in the back. I turned around and put a napkin on the front. So this was part of Krista Forrest's concept too when I did a portrait for her. She used papers and stuff here. I just used a napkin. Found a real pretty napkin I thought would make a pretty dress for this. This was an inspiration of I've already got it put up, of my mother, a painting of my mom. It was a portrait of my mom. And I'm going to show you what else. I mean, I tried so many directions on how to do this. And I may still work with this in a different way. And then I did it this way and it would just look too harsh. I don't know. I had a hard time with the ink and playing with it. And so I finally gave up and just continued to work with this particular piece until I got it right. The only thing I don't like is the hair. See, the hair is supposed to go more down like this. And I got it. Somebody mentioned it as buns. Well, it wasn't a bun. It's really the hair back then. It flipped under and kind of rolled over. It's kind of a. If you saw the picture, and I don't have a picture of my mama handy. Oh, yes, I do. Hold on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I did keep it. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. If you can see, this is a picture of my mama. And you can see where the hair, well, you can't, where the hair just kind of flips under and then kind of flips out a little bit over here. That's what I was trying to emulate, and somebody mentioned it's like hair buns. Well, it's not a bun, it's just a flip. But I plan on redoing this painting on a bigger canvas and doing it a little different way. I I think. I don't know. I haven't quite figured out. But surprisingly, I got a lot of compliments on this piece, and I really didn't like it, but I guess it's okay. You know, I'm the worst critic, but anyway. But this was inspired by my mama. This is a portrait of my mother. So anyway, and then I did something totally out of character for me. Was this little piece. I don't know what I did with all my other pieces of my... I learned how to make a face all in one swoop. I'll show you. If I can find some paper close by. I don't have any. Well, I'll use the back of this. It's kind of interesting. You take and you do it with a pen. She had a special pen that she used, which I've ordered, and I just hadn't gotten it yet. But basically, how did I do this? I mean, it was kind of fun. Kind of go like this, and like this, and like this, and come back around and get the eye, and another eye. And I had it perfected, and I don't know how I did it. It's supposed to come down. Anyway, it's, let's see, I think I did it with a, let's see, I did with an eye. Well, I'm supposed to, with an eye, ear, a mouth, then another ear. There we go. But I had a lot of fun doing that, and it ended up with this little piece. This was called Raw Doodles, and it's inspired by Maribeth Quinn, or Blockland. I don't know which of the two. But I did this little piece, and I got tickled at my little nephew. He said it looked like Picasso with a touch of urban. So anyway, but this was a fun piece, different, totally so out of character for me, and but it gave me an idea that this might be fun to use in my Freaky Friday, my Freaky People journal. So I may do some of that in that later. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing the last couple of days. Been working on those pieces, and trying to get myself ready. Got myself ready for entering 3 pieces in my Conroe Art League. And I'll show you which pieces I'm entering or to put up for sale at the museum. I have them hanging on the wall, which I need to take off. I bought some cheap frames on Amazon. I didn't go back to Hobby Lobby because they're too expensive. But I put this one in. This is my Hummingbird Whimsy. Did that one. And I actually, put my own wiring on it and learned how to do that. I'm so proud of myself. Mr. Rooster, I'm going to do him, put him in. And I also did the wiring on the back. And For the Love of Sunflowers. And did that one. And I wished I'd have flipped it over and turned that over. I may still do that. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do that. But anyway, so those 3 paintings are going to be hanging up at the gallery to hopefully be sold. Didn't sell the other 3 that I had for the month of July, but that's okay. I'm learning how to do things, and I'm learning different techniques, and it takes all kinds of paintings for people to want to buy. And Friday, trying to get ready for, I have a doctor's appointment Friday morning, And then Friday evening from 5 to 7, I'm going to be at the gallery with an event of Conroe that's called Sip and Shop, where people come in and, I guess, get a drink and then go shop around and look at people's shops. And the gallery is going to be open, and there's going to be a few of the artist in action people, and I'm going to be one of those artists. So I'm prepped myself to try to figure out what kind of art I'm going to do, and I'm gonna do a technique. I don't know if y'all remember my little fox painting. I'm going to do that same technique with my puppies and do a portrait of them. I don't know if it's going to work. I tell you, I'm so out of my comfort zone, it's ridiculous. So I am just really nervous about Friday more than anything. But, you know, I got to learn to do something and figure out what's fun. The next artist that was on the list at the Mastering Mixed Media was Maribeth Quinn. And, oh my goodness, that class is so inspiring, and I want to do that so bad, but I've got to get some supplies in order to do that. And I don't have the money right now to do it, but it is the most fantastic technique I have ever seen, and of making papers, and I am real excited about learning it. But anyway, she had a freebie class on the side called 14 Days. I don't have it written down. 14-day exercise of painting or whatever. So the first exercise was to divide up this paper into 12 pieces, 12 squares. So now we're gonna and basically she told us to pick out a pencil, one color of a soluble crayon, 2 colors of acrylic, and a color of ink. So here we go. And then a card to place the ink, place the stuff on, or one of these things. I think I'm gonna use that instead, and a brush. And I don't know what we're going to do with this, but I'm going to play around with it, and we're going to spray water, and we're going to come up with something. So I've got things over here I shouldn't have. Let's see. Let me get rid of this. Oh, and an awl to do some scraping. Who knows? And then we're going to take the tape off and cut the pieces up, and then that's the end of that section. And then we're going to, the next section is going to be... I don't know yet, and I will try to film that as we keep going. So anyway, so the first thing we're going to do is, where's my pencil? There it is. She said just to kind of do some mark making all over this and go from there. And then she said to take ink. And then spread oh, I'm getting ink already on me. Okay, and then I'm going to take some water and spray. And I'm going to run it around. It's not going in that other. Just kind of play around with it. The technique that she, on the Mastering Mixed Media, she, deals with a lot of palette papers and silicone mats, and she literally basically when she uses her paints up, she brushes on those mats. This is so cool. She brushes on those mats, and whenever she's painting, all the leftover paint goes on the mats or the palette papers. So I'm gonna get I'm gonna get me some clear silicone mats. They're fairly cheap. You can get two, I think, for $9 or something. And then I'm gonna get some palette papers. And then instead of using paper to brush my paints off, I'm going to use the palette paper and the silicone thing. And she lets that dry. And then she takes collage papers and matte medium over into the collage papers upside down. You know, whatever you want to show, you put upside down and put all over the collage papers. And then you matte medium all of it on top, on bottom, on the palette, and first then put your papers down, and then you matte medium over on the top of it, and basically you let it dry, and you let it dry really good, and you can literally peel off that paper with all that paint that you had on your palette paper and on your mat, and it comes off onto your collage. It is so cool. I tell you, I was so impressed. I was like, oh, wow, this is too cool. So I have got to play with that and do it. I've got to, wait a minute. I want to take this and start spreading some of this out. But it just was so cool. I was just, and then she takes those collage pieces and she puts it into her art. And I thought, I've got to make some of those papers. So that is I don't know why I did this. But anyway, I was just totally impressed. Totally impressed. Okay, I think I screwed up. I was going to put purple on this, but you know what? I think I put too much red. It's not going to work right. So I think I'm just going to use yellow. But it was just, it was cool. I just was amazed. Totally amazed. And then when you pull that paper off, pull the collage off, all the paint was on top of your collage papers. It was just cool. Too cool. So we're going to have to do that. Our neighbor next door, he's got a motorcycle, and it scares me every time it turns on. But it was just cool. You know what I should have used? I should have used my other paints. Oh well, I forget I have it. But I can't wait to play with it, but I've got to get some money in order to do that. But it is just neat. So, let's see. Let's see what it does if I... But I haven't been doing much of anything really. Just playing with the Mastering Mixed Media and learning all kinds of things. I tell you, I've really been having fun doing that. I'm glad I bought that program. I would do it again. I tell you, it's fun. I don't really like the way this is going. Let's see. Where's a brush? I want to do something with this. It's water-soluble mark makers. I don't like this, but you know, the whole idea about painting is experimentation. And I don't know what the point of the scraping of the, oh, I see it now. Okay, let's see if I can dry this, and if we can't get this off. This is just going to be a quick video. I just thought I would come in and do this with you guys. And I will try to come back on with the next part of the exercise. It's a 14-day thing. But unfortunately, there are going to be times I can't get on here. Won't be on here tomorrow, maybe, unless I decide to do it in the evening. I like this. I wish it would have been more on that part of the painting. This didn't get in hardly any yellow. She says try not to look at it as a little individual squares. Try to look at it as a big painting. But by the time you take this, see, I like this right here. It's a shame it didn't get on. Air conditioning, I don't know if I don't know who I've told and who I haven't told, but our air conditioning that we bought last year, this time last year exactly, went on the fritz. I keep it fairly cold in the house, and I keep it down to 68, and it was getting up to 74 and 75, and so we knew something, but yet by morning it was back down to 68 again. So we knew something was wrong. Well, we called our air conditioning guy, and they came out, and they had to do one thing, tried to figure out what was wrong with it. They had a hard time figuring it out. They set and replaced one thing, and they said, well, we've got to let that go, and because the warranty has to make you go through several processes. It took us 4 days to get it working, and we'll see this afternoon. So far everything is still staying cool, but it never did start heating up until about 1 o'clock. So we'll see at 1 o'clock to see if it stays at 68 or not. But the first time they came in and they blew out the hoses and whatever, and totally put new refrigerant and whatever in, and then they turned around and there's some paint there I'm going to put. They put some refrigerant the first day, and of course that didn't work. Then the second day, let's see, how many days was it? Maybe it was only 3 days. The second day they came out because it didn't work. They put in a blower or a coil, some coil, because they think the coil was not letting the refrigerant go through the coil. So they replaced the coil, which the coil itself was under warranty, but the labor's not. So we may have to pay labor costs for the coil. But this is something that the warranty people wanted them to go through before they replaced the unit. Well, it didn't work. They did that Friday, and so we went through all weekend knowing it didn't work. It seemed like they were out here 4 times. I don't remember, but it just seemed like it took forever. I think they started out Thursday. Friday they did something. They blew out the lines and did new refrigerants, and that didn't work. And so Monday they came in and replaced the coil, and the coil didn't work. It still didn't work. So the last resort was they had to replace the compressor, a brand new compressor that we just bought last summer. And luckily that all of that is under warranty. Whether the rest of the stuff is under warranty, I don't know. I think it should be because the, oh shoot, I wish I hadn't turned that over. But anyway, they've been here for, it seems like they lived here for 4 days. It was ridiculous, but they were such sweet people. Luxury Air, if anybody needs any air conditioning that lives out in this area, you know, look them up. They're the best. I mean, they even got the owners involved and everything. It was funny. They were so good. Oh man, I wish I hadn't have done this this way. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to knock y'all on the head. But it was kind of an interesting few days. But I think we got it covered. Luckily, we had a little portable air conditioner that we had. I hate tape. That we had turned on, and then we kept. It was in the bedroom, and we kept that door because we wanted the bedroom more cool than anything. We could handle what's in the living room, and I made sure I shut all my. I have blackout curtains, and I made sure they were all shut, so that it stayed as cool as possible in the house. So I opened them up this morning because it's back down to 68, and I hope it will stay 68 the rest of the day. But evidently the air conditioning was a defective air conditioner. So they replaced it, and of course they haven't billed us yet because they can't figure out, they have to figure out what the warranty covers and what the warranty's not going to cover, and anyway, you know how that goes. You know how that goes. So, oh, that really tore up the page. Oh well, I don't care. This is just practice anyway. You know what? I'm gonna warm this up a little bit. See if, yeah, that helped. It helped a lot. I've been looking at some of the other projects. There's like 41 projects to this master mixed medium stuff. One of them was to do with clay. I'm not doing that because I'm not going out and buying clay. That is just not something I do. I don't play in clay. It's not my medium of choice, and I don't care to get to know it. Same with oils. I'm not, I say that, and I may one day down the road, but I don't think so. I've already got so much money wrapped up in acrylics and other things that I just can't bear the thought of getting into oils. I've done oils before, and I don't like it because it just takes too long to dry. I'm a too impatient person. I hear some of these horror stories when I'm at Art with a Vision. Those girls trying to get their paintings to dry, and I was like, this is ridiculous, you know? I don't really like this. No. I should put more paint at the top. But, hey. Such a waste of tape, I tell you. All right. Let's now cut these out. Oh, I'm gonna use a, no, I'm not. She didn't, I'm not. Just gonna cut these. Okay. There we go. Let's look at them real quick. We have this one. This one. Not much of it, is it? I think I used the wrong colors. I should have used a different palette, I guess. I just like bright colors, so I always have a tendency to go with bright colors. Okay, that's part 1 of the 14-day exercise challenge. I thank y'all from the top of my brain to the bottom of my feet. Please like and share and subscribe to the videos. I would mostly appreciate it. Hit the notification button to let you know that I have a video waiting on you. Otherwise, y'all have a most blessed day, and I will see y'all on Flip Flop. Bye.